You happy to have the battle scar or what?
Yeah, I mean, other than shaving, I haven't really noticed it so far, so it hasn't been too bad.
With just kind of going through that game, to I don't know what sort of personal accomplishment you feel making a throw like that, and then having that happen and ending the half like that. That had to have been probably one of your favorite throws.
Yeah, no, it was a good play call. We had a nice adjustment on it, and if they were going to bring pressure and play man, which they did, so was able to buy some time there and get the ball out, and CT made a heck of a catch.
Yeah, that was a 4th and 10, and obviously on that drive, I think you converted 2 3rd and 10s, and you mentioned the 3rd and 16. What is it about you guys being able to convert those when obviously that's not normally a good situation for most teams?
Yeah, I think we always have a good plan. I feel like on 3rd and long. In those situations, I feel like, especially against Air Force, you're going to get a lot of one-on-one situations, and so really we shouldn't have even been in the 3rd and 10, 4th and 10 in the first place. There was some opportunities we could have made some plays earlier in that drive. So, but that happens sometimes, and it's nice to make those plays when you need to make them.
How much does it help to have a receiver core where you can throw so many guys out there? If you got 3rd and 10, and you have 4 or 5 different guys that can catch the pass, that probably helps you.
For sure. I mean, it's tough to match up when we got four wideouts out there, 4 or 5 really. So, I mean, it makes it tough on a defense. A lot of times they're going to have to change personnel and try to get more DBs in there, and when they don't, it creates matchup problems for them.
Is there anything difficult about having to juggle so many wide receivers? Obviously, it's a good thing to have, but with selections and choices, is it juggle your mind a little bit?
No, I think this is a pretty unselfish group. But they're all competitive. You can tell when maybe one of them had a better game than the other after a game and all that. But at the same time, they want to see us win, and they want our offense to be successful. So they all understand that.
What's it like having someone like Ezra Cleveland over at left tackle?
Yeah, he's been awesome. I mean, he's just an unbelievable talent. For how big he is, he's freakishly athletic and does a lot of things really well, and protects my backside really well. So good for us, good for him, and we're happy to have him.
What stands out to you about BYU's defense?
I think they switch personnel a lot. They do a pretty good job of that. They keep fresh guys in the game. It's one thing I noticed on film today is, I see a lot of different numbers out there, and so that means they got a lot of depth, obviously, and guys that they trust to be on the field. And they had a really good week last week defensively. Only giving up 1 touchdown, so it's going to be a challenge for us. But we're excited to be back on the blue.
What do you think about playing them? You're chasing the Mountain West Championship, and then right in the middle of it, you kind of step out a little bit. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of take the same mentality into every game. Just from the standpoint, one, this is a rivalry game, I feel like, for us. We've had some good battles with them over the past few years, and some tough games, and we like playing them. It's a good matchup for us, so we're excited for it.
I was going to say, I don't know if throw out the records is right, but I mean, you guys have played them 4 times here. 3 of them you only won by 1 point.
Yeah. And
then you had the game over there, the Mangum Miracle or whatever. I mean, it does seem like when you guys play them, you get a pretty good game.
Yeah, no, like I've said, we've had some dandies with them since I've been here, at least. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good atmosphere. I know there's going to be a big crowd there, a lot of people coming in. I'm excited for this game, so it's going to be good.
What was it like for Alexander to kind of, I don't know, get the monkey off the back, but he it seemed like he'd been so close on getting a 100-yard game. For him to finally get it, what did you notice from him?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I think he's been doing really well all year. Maybe he didn't get the 100-yard games, in the first, 6 or 7 games we had there, but he's been running hard. He's been playing well. He's been protecting well. He's out there working hard every single day at practice, so it was only bound to happen for him.
How well did you get to know Zach Wilson, and what was that like to now see him starting on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, I think it's a lot of guys coming in nowadays. A couple of guys we recruited are starting. For their respective schools now with Purdy and Wilson. So both got to be both those guys, and he's a good kid. Obviously doing well for him, so it's good for him.
Have you had a chance to see him and what he brings to the table and what he does for that offense?
I haven't really ever watched him play or anything like that, but I think I saw the highlight of him jumping over somebody last week. So obviously he's a good athlete. A guy can throw it and run it a little bit as well. So it'll be a good test for our defense.
Did you get the stitches just in time to scare some kids on Halloween?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the plan behind it. You know, just help with my Halloween costume a little bit, and you know, I can kind of play off of it now a little bit.
We were talking with Hartz about that fourth down throw, and he said that in a moment of in a pressure-packed moment that you were thinking more clearly than anybody, and that was kind of the play that you called and the play that you wanted. I don't know if you could take us back to that moment of clarity for you and why it was that way.
Well, I don't know if I was thinking more clearly than everybody else. I think it was just is a pretty simple play call that we have, that we've run a lot and we've had success with on fourth down. It's the same play that we threw to CT 2 weeks earlier, but we had an adjustment on it where you know, when we were in 11 personnel, I could change the protection and go to like a full gap slide protection if they were going to bring pressure and give us a one-on-one situation on the edge. And we had a nice little double move dialed up. So from that standpoint, you know, it was good planning from our coaches to have that adjustment for us, so that in that situation we could you know, get protected and be able to throw it downfield.
Were you actually thinking that much on the last touchdown pass when you came out and saw that the DB came up on your receiver right there, or were you just saying, hey, I just got to snap the ball and throw this?
Yeah, I think well, that was a kill play for us. We had 2 plays called at the line, and the first one was a run, and then if they were going to pack the box, it was going to go to a pass. And you know, it wasn't actually a 9 route intended to go on that play. We actually had a slant, but you know, they went press coverage, and that's not good for them against John Hightower. So you know, made the quick adjustment. He was able to make a play, so it was good.